Welcome back. We're here again, Sweet Cards Dude. If you're thinking you got on the wrong channel, no, this is the Htown Card Exchange Takeover. We're going to interview the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Sweet Cards Dudes. How you doing tonight, Brent?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Another day, man. Finally getting all our stuff together, right? This has been a long time coming. Huh?
Yeah, it hasn't. The stars haven't aligned for us to get together and do this, and so
well, here we are, man. I'm ready.
We are here.
So how's everybody? Good?
Yeah, man, we're good. Did you see the story about eBay buying Goldin Auctions?
No, tell me about that. I saw something. I think you maybe text something in the group chat, but I truly didn't look into it. So what is it about?
Yeah, so eBay and then collectors and Goldin, they've entered into some type of commercial agreement to where eBay is buying Goldin and basically bringing Goldin's auction platform to eBay's huge marketplace. And I mean, it's pretty interesting. Goldin, I don't know. Did you see the Netflix show that they came out with?
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they had a Netflix show. I watched a few of the episodes a couple months back, but it wasn't necessarily like sports card related, but there were sports cards that showed up sometimes, but like they were doing like all kinds of different things.
Is that like Sotheby's or something or something of that level?
Yeah.
You have anything really?
Ken Goldin, I believe is his name.
Sorry, I cut you off there. Ken Goldin is like a dude's name.
Yeah. He's been around for a long time in memorabilia and stuff like that. And he auctions off a lot of really high end sports cards and memorabilia. But the other side of the agreement is it looks like that eBay is buying, I'm sorry, PSA is buying the vault, eBay's vault.
See, that's what you sent me. Okay. So what does that mean? You get your card graded faster or what's happening to the card?
I think like let's say you have a card and it's over $250 and it needs to go be authenticated through eBay.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Haven't you seen that? It's like a blue line pops up and it says authentication and it takes like a couple more days. I've noticed.
Yeah, because you actually are sending it to eBay and they're actually doing authentication on it, and they actually
is it a price point, Brent?
I don't think so. It's over $250, I think is
okay.
Is what.
Okay, so
what
that opens it up. Okay,
but the vault, like you can buy like high end cards, you can buy any cards really, and you can send them to a vault where you don't actually have to keep physical inventory of them, but you can still like transact against them and list them and sell them, and so. That's going to be interesting. Where if you send something to eBay's vault now, you can get it graded as well too, to kind of streamline the process instead of having to like send it to eBay and then someone buys it and then they send it to PSA and then they try to sell it again on eBay and it has to go back through authentication and stuff like that. So I think they're trying to.
Isn't it kind of backwards though, Brent? Like, so how do you sell it when you don't know the grade of it, and then you're selling it with the aspirations of getting it graded through PSA, right? That's
No. I think what it is like, you know how when you send something in, like, you know, the grade before you physically actually get it. Like it like updates.
That's what I'm saying. So
but you can get the grade. You can get the grade, and then you have the image, you have like the high resolution image and stuff like that, and you're able to do that. So that's that's kind of the story of the day. I guess from sports cards and kind of hobby news and stuff like that. But I know. For you, with that Baltimore Orioles cap on,
they came back today, man. I'm happy for them. Stros, let's not lie to ourselves. It's Stros all day, but I like what they're doing. Elias is part of the family, and you know, there's a couple other teams that we've been watching.
Did Jackson start? Did Jackson play today?
Yeah, today. I 0 for 4, but had an RBI, and they came back, and I think that was kind of the catalyst, that inning, or part of it. They came back. I would say Boston had them by 3 or 4, and it ended up being like 7-4. But Stros, man, Bobby Witt Jr., they paid the right man, dude. He single-handedly beating the shit out of the Astros, dude.
I wish I had more time to watch more of the Astros games. When they're on, I get to watch them. But again, you were texting me earlier, and I was rocking a baby. So
one question: what's up with the Rockets? Are they done now, Brent?
They out.
They're out officially. They can't get in that play-in or whatever.
That loss to Dallas last week. That
was one there or at home.
I think it was the one. It was the one at home. I think it was the second game. I think, but that was kind of the end of it. Like they were still kind of hanging out there,
They had to
and
keep the winning streak on just to get in type shit.
yeah, and then after that, it was kind of the end of it, and they were officially were knocked out, and so I don't know.
Do you keep your boy? You know, they kind of played different without him. You know, they went on that streak without him. You know, that's something I know we're getting off topic. We're really talking about you, but I'll leave you with this. Maybe we'll talk about it on our next one. How long is he out for? Sagoon, is he going to come back at like the beginning of the season? Because they changed the whole team, and it's almost like Jalen became the team from what I've been seeing.
Well, Jalen stepped up. I don't know if they changed what they actually changed, but he hadn't been playing very well. And some of those younger guys started to step up, but then he started just.
Yeah, but did it get bogged down? Is my point of going to Sagoon, and now they couldn't really see it, and then with him out of the picture,
the dude that was his backup was playing good.
Yeah, I can't think of his name. That's why I was trying to think of his name too. But never mind, man. Let's stay on topic, man. Me and you, dude, we'll be all over the place. But so let me start with who is Sweet Cards Dudes? I know you as Britt. Some of these people, these good people, know you as Sweet Cards Dude. So tell me who you are.
All right, so Sweet Cards Dude. I'm Brent though. And so Sweet Cards Dude is just it's kind of a brand, and I don't know. I when in trying to come up with some type of handle or
it's genius, man. It's genius.
Account name for kind of my hobby content and sports card stuff. I kept always looking at cards and just being like, man, these are sweet cards. And then so it was just like Sweet Cards, dude. And so I don't know, it's grown on me. Like it's kind of corny, I think sometimes, but I don't know.
I'd be killing it, bro. If that was me, I'd be Sweet Cards and everything. Not even like how Slim Jim and they did that guerrilla marketing. You're getting in people's head, man. I think it's perfect, to be honest with you.
No, but I do these Sweet Card alert and put the fire little whoo.
yeah, that is what you do.
Sweet Card alert, Sweet Card alert. Let's go. But no, it's Sweet Cards, dude. And so, I don't know. I've always collected things like for a long, long time. And I got away from sports cards for a very long time. And then I've gotten back into it over the last like few months and stuff like that. But I don't know. I've just been having a really good time. And so it's been nice to kind of reconnect with you. I mean, we've always talked for, I don't know, we're going
randomly when you got back, yeah.
30 plus years, I think now. And so, crazy. But like we've been communicating a lot more. And so it's been really cool to kind of reconnect on a more regular basis than we used to. And so that's been kind of really nice part of kind of everything.
Let me bring you back. So what got you into the cards though? It was sports or were you just a collector? You said you were a collector. So was it collecting, then you wanted to play sports? Cause I know you played hell of a third base, man.
No, I played a lot of sports growing up. But from a collecting perspective, I think I really get that from my dad. Like he collected comic books, he collected baseball cards, like even the cards that I got back from him after not really touching them for, I don't know, 20 years. I mean, 25 years probably. He kept kind of collecting still. He would go to like garage sales and end up with cards. And so I ended up with like some really nice cards that he had picked up over the years. But he collected baseball cards and comic books and coins and stamps and anything that he could flip. I think he kind of collected. And I mean, I remember going to comic book shows with him where he actually set up and was like selling comic books and stuff like that.
Wow, that's dope.
And so
did you see the one we saw at Conroe? It was staring at me, right for our angle. I have no business looking at it, but I called Brister that day, and it was the Jumbo X-Men, and it was like a short run where they were this size. They wanted $3,700, Brent, and it was graded like a 6.5.
Yeah, wow. Yeah. I mean, I have a whole entire like box of comic books that
have you looked at even pricing any? Are you? I know you've been heavy in these cards.
My dad gave Jace like I don't know how many comic books. And Jace was going to go through them and kind of try to price them out. But I mean, that was a few years ago. He's learning a lot more. He's been building like a video game and stuff like that right now is what he's been kind of working on.
And keeping busy with them sports too, man.
Yeah, that's good. He's staying busy. We're excited
Football,
for
what is it, Brent? Football and basketball, right?
football and basketball are his sports. Football is his, like, I don't know, he's a football player. He's got them 12-year-old man legs. I mean, and so like just big old huge thighs but he loves basketball though. And so, but like we're excited for next year. He'll be playing school sports and stuff like that. And so it'll
crazy.
It'll be fine, dude. You're telling me.
So seventh grade next year,
yeah,
or do they do sixth now?
Next year.
Because I know now it's different. Some of these schools, dude. When we were looking out here for Cam, and these schools go all together. Some of them are blended, and they have numbers. So I'm learning all this now.
Yeah, that's how, like, where Ashley's from, that's how their schooling is. I think that they start school sports at like 6th grade, but like because they're all together, like there's 5th graders that can play. 5th graders that can play up.
Yeah, I messed with Amber. That's how it was for Lone Oak. I'm like, she's like, I made all state. I was like, yeah, it's not hard when there's 15 of y'all in your district.
No, it's those people are good still. Like we had
I give her shit, but it's Dallas, and I'm sure OKC wasn't too far off.
Yeah,
where you're really getting
one of Ashley's cousins. She played basketball, and their team made a state championship run. I don't remember how many years ago that was, but like, I don't know, those smaller schools, like that's church and sports, like that's kind of like in those small towns. That's kind of what they have going on. And so all the kids play all the sports, and then everybody goes to church on Sunday and Wednesday nights. But I mean,
sports been my fault.
To will it back in, like what kind of piqued my interest in sports cards. I mean, I think the playing sports and watching sports and then again, kind of I don't know if it's ADHD or if it's I'm a hoarder, but like I've always just kind of acquired things and held on to them. I mean, I had collected vinyl. I've collected music, like CDs. At one point I had like close to, I don't know, 1,500 CDs, and they all got stolen out of my car. Back in, I don't know, the early 2000s when we still were using CD players and stuff like that. But I mean, I had a hell of a collection that I had built up over a few years of when I was working at Best Buy and stuff like that. And so I don't know, I've always kind of collected things, but sports cards have really, because we have, I mean, every
how'd
day.
You get them Tiger Woods? Those are
those cards that I told you that my dad had kind of just continued to kind of pick up over the years from like garage sales and stuff like that. I mean,
like perfect, man. How did he keep them?
I've sold so many of them though. Like, I mean, and I still have a full set of it's Tiger's Tails, and so that was like the same year as his, like the Upper Deck. I think it's 2001 Upper Deck golf, and it's the same year, but it was like it's like its own little mini set almost, and it was like 30 cards. And I don't know the full history. I need to do a little bit more research on it, but I think that there was like Tiger Woods, Jack Nicholson, and then some like other like golf greats where they did like,
I think
30...
it was Payne with the hat. Remember with the
yeah.
I looked into it when you got them, dude. I was like, holy shit! Some of these cards are like, they had a tiger like doing his normal, like the celebration with the red shirt. That one's crazy.
That's number one.
They're not even numbered, bro. They're just like one card, and they're crazy priced.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen any of the new stuff yet, but I know that the new stuff is coming out, and so like I'm hoping to. I don't know that.
When you say new stuff, cards like golf cards, who has
Upper Deck
now?
Upper Deck still.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it's, I don't know, that's pretty interesting. But golf is, man, I like, that's one of my other sports that I like to watch, like over the weekends and stuff like that, like just kind of chilling out, like
quietly
on a Sunday. Takes me back to being a kid and going to my grandpa's. Like that's when we go over there on the weekends, he was just sitting there watching golf, smoking cigarettes in his chair in the house back in the day.
But my grandpa was the same way.
But
ashtray right there.
Golf is relaxing, but like these guys now that are playing, like I mean, some of these
shots, those Netflix shows.
Yeah, that's a
badass show.
It took you in a different side of it. I watched I still need to finish this season's, but the last season I kind of binge watched that on a work trip. But like I was like, man, this is cool. I wish I had more time.
Watch the NASCAR one, Brent. It changes how you. I don't watch it. My Uncle Rocky, my dad was a big Jimmy Johnson fan. My uncle Rusty Wallace, just kind of the competition. My dad actually started as a Jeff Gordon, and you wouldn't think he watches that shit, but it's
No, it's the technology and stuff like that for NASCAR, and like the way that they can train now and stuff like that with like the
Wow.
simulators. Like it's I don't know, it's really 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 cool. Like the way that things have progressed with technology and how it's kind of touched everything. I mean, think about it right now, like just us being able to do this right now.
I
Like
killed for it
when
in
we were kids, dude, it would
2003,
have been
Brent.
over, bro. Like,
I'm glad kind of we didn't, because you never know what the content. We'd be apologizing for so much by now.
well, remember
But
those videos that we used to make like in intermediate school, like that were kind of like the precursor to, I don't know what you consider like those. I
the
don't know.
Jackass videos, but what really started was the CKY.
Yeah.
We would go to that skate shop, remember, and
Yep.
they came in there and ended up being Bam and all them doing some wild ass shit, and there goes Brister Mahaffey and everybody wild, and
But
that's some good times though, man.
that was before we missed it by a few years. Like that whole, I guess it would have been like, I don't remember when YouTube kind of came out, but like that, we just had that on video. Like
I bet like 2008. I think we missed about 5 years or so, because we didn't have, man, you couldn't even tape it. Like it was on a shitty phone. Remember we had Snake back then?
yeah, we didn't. I mean, it was we had Chris had a camcorder that he was actually using to video a lot of that stuff. Like, I mean, we did so many crazy things. We can't even get into some of the stuff that we did, but
Let me draw you back though,
yep.
Brent. I know we're getting off.
Bring me back in, bro.
All right, man. So, you've talked about your dad being really into it. That's what got you, but what brought you back? Was it when it started with me. I got a gift, right? Tops. We were heavy in cards growing up, and then I got a gift as just a basic blaster, right? And it sparked something with me, and then I started getting in breaks, and then I'm talking to you, but you were quietly in cards. I had no idea. We talked about other shit. We came over and done things, but I didn't realize you were into cards at that point. What brought you back to cards?
I mean, really, honestly, it was that phone call from you. Like, I mean, I've always had my cards, and like, I mean, I've always.
But you have some of the 2020, those hard year ones, where that Otani and stuff. I wasn't watching it, so you still were listening and watching, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I've always kind of paid attention to sports, and so like it just was one of those things where it kind of progressed there. But I mean, you hear a lot of people like, oh, I got back into cards because of the pandemic, and
2020, man.
I mean, I was working like during the pandemic. I was trying to help put a system in place for a company, an ERP system, and so like I was working from home still at the time, kind of because of the pandemic, and so our little baby boy was a little bitty baby, and so like I wasn't like into cards, but like when you called me that one night, like, have you heard about these breaks? And I was like, what are you talking about? And then I started watching it, and I was like, what in the
Bad
world
news,
is
bro.
this?
We killed.
Yeah. And so like, and here we are now, and so like
I remember talking to you, Brent, and then I love you to death, man. You're like me, man. You see an avenue before it's there, and I tell you about it. You're like, hey, we need to get some cases. We're gonna start this breaking, and I was all for it, bro. I'm down. Hopefully, I know we'll be there. We've done it the smart way, right? We're coming slowly, but yeah, I enjoyed those calls, and then you came with those crazy vintage cards. I know we just talked about it with about your dad, dude, and we both had talked to that over years that he was going to give you some, and dude, just seeing them, it was almost complete sets for like some crazy years with crazy
66. I had 66. I had, I don't know, I think it was close to 400 cards total between 66, 67, and 68. But I mean, I've sold like so many of those. But I mean, it's again like when I first started going back to the cards, got back into cards, and like I went to the first card show, like I took the binder and I showed it to some of these vintage dealers, and they're like, I don't know, these are all base cards. Like nobody's really looking for these except people that are trying to build sets. And they're like, you're if you're trying to sell these and you're not like trying to get out from under them like right now and like lose a whole bunch of money and sell like all these cards for like $20 or something like that. Like, that I just put them on eBay. And so that's what I did. And individually, like one by one, they just started going.
What's your average price on something like that? I'm just curious. Like on a base, $66,
I mean, $2
or $3.
$275 is where I've set a lot of those at. And
what if it's a star?
All the stars were picked through already in what I had.
Okay,
I mean, there was a few in there that were okay, but like most of the cards that I have now are really just like people that are trying to like probably build off a set. Like, I mean, I have, I don't know, those 66 cards though, like I still like the style of those. I mean, just like the way that they kind of look and stuff like that. It's
Their
just
stances, right?
yeah.
It was like the action, like the remember the football player, the guard with his hands up. I wish
Oh
they
yeah.
would bring that back. I see these cards now. It's in the game. I get it, but I want some like perfect form, back up, neck. You know what I'm saying? Straight, like old school Dick Buckus. And
Oh
that's
man.
that'd be nice. I got a question. Okay, I'm
Mhm.
talking. This one came out, and I know we're talking about you, but I got a question for you. Did you see that Tops is going to have 2024 in a lot of their breaks? They're going to, I mean, in their cases and some of their players, the Reds, they're going to have, what's his name? Pete Rose. And he was,
Wow.
that's what I'm saying. And you're going to get parallels to that. And it's just that what a time, right? As Otani today. Did you hear what happened today with that?
No. What
So
happened?
it came out today now that they're going to move on from just the FBI is going to be, because they got involved, right? They're going to be pressing charges on the dude for theft because of the amount and how they traveled. And when he did it, it was different lines, dude. So they're going to charge that dude. Is that dude falling on the sword, do you think, Bryn? Or is there truth to that? Amber kind of feels after tonight that he was just zoned in on playing.
He could have been. I mean, I had read some articles where like his main goal was like to train and sleep and so like that was like it. And so like it could have been. And like you know what I'm saying, you trust
Those
somebody.
ones though, Brent, me and you conspiracy theorists, right?
Mhm.
And whenever you talk of games where this dude was on and pitching well, hitting well, and then those days he's pitching and he hasn't had an over of that range, he gives up 3 home runs. It's kind of more than you know what I'm saying, a little coincidence, right?
Yeah.
It's, or is it now, you know what I'm saying, because we know there's something, you're guilty until proven innocent, right?
Oh yeah.
Just
You know, you saw, did you see Pete Rose's like statement that he made
yeah, but that's just him trying to get in the thing.
trying to get into the hype, into the news cycle on it?
I think, right. That's just, we're talking about him. We're talking about him now, and
Exactly.
it's. But we're
If,
talking about
if,
totally
if you
different
want
thing.
if you want to have an interpreter though, would he be in the Hall of Fame now? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was the quote, right?
Yeah.
That's wild, man. That's crazy.
But
Yeah, no, but that's where we were at. Get back to the topic. Me and you getting down here, and so where do you see this taking us, Brent? I know me and you have talked different ways. Where do you see yourself in 5 years with this? Are we still doing this, or is this something we have dropped by that point and gotten out from under?
I hope not, because
Right.
I'm having like I'd rather be doing this all the time than anything else. But that's just
The
I'm
random
just
interactions, right, with people we're meeting.
yeah.
That
But I mean, I think I think that if we just continue on the path that we're on, and we stay the course, and I think that we'll have a lot of success in this space. And it I know we're both kind of business minded, and I'm more like on the operations side. Even though I can talk sometimes and I can sell. I've sold for a very long time, but like I'm looking forward to kind of a partnership kind of blooming from like the whole from this going together, where hopefully at some point we could have like
a shop.
Yeah, but
Come on.
Houston Card Exchange presents sweet cards, dude. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? Like, and but a shop, that's really like, I mean, when it gets down to it, like I would love to be able to get up in the morning and go to a shop and look at cards all day long and talk to people about cards. That'd be really cool.
it's
And
coming.
and and
Promise you.
so I think that is really kind of the ultimate goal. And I know that there's some good shops in Houston, and there's a lot of shops that are they've been
They're
around for
aging out, Brent.
they've
Their
been out
audience.
they've been around for a really long time. And I think that there's an opportunity in Houston, um, I don't know, all over town. I mean, there's a lot of communities out there that have a lot of people. And like for me, example, like I'm 30 minutes away from a local card shop.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, either direction, I'm either going to Alvin, or I can go, I think there's one in Sugarland, but still from where I'm at to go all the way down into Sugarland, like on the more on the, I don't know how to explain it. North.
Highway 6 side,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. North of like 59 and stuff like that. And so like I'm on an island over where I'm at. I wish I had a more local shop to kind of go to without having to drive like 30 minutes. And I don't know if I don't know where, like out here, I know that there's people that are in it. I mean, There's a lot of kids and a lot of people like us that are, you know what I'm saying, guys pushing into their 40s that have rediscovered the hobby and now they're kind of sharing it with their kids because, dude, I mean, that was some of the best memories I ever had kind of growing up was going to card shows and comic shows and different things like that with my dad. Like that was some really good memories and fun times. And, you know, I've tried to, I told Jason when he turns 13, I'm going to have him like really, I think, come and like work with me and for me because he just needs to get a little bit more mature to where I can have him kind of doing some of the scanning and stuff like that and like creating the listings and doing comps and stuff like that on for the for my eBay kind of.
Do you see yourself on Shopify? Do you see, because whenever you start,
that's what I want. Like, I mean, that's so ultimately what I want is to be able to have
a barcode system, dude. They have
a barcode system, but like also like I want to be everywhere. Like I want to have an actual website, but also have those same cards listed on eBay and listed on all the different other platforms that are out there that you can sell on. I mean, even they have integrations now that allow you to basically take a listing and list it across multiple platforms, and then if it sells on one platform, it delists across the other ones.
That's crucial.
So it's kind of a seamless thing because otherwise you're having to like manually manage that, and it's a pain.
Bro, I got so excited at that Conroe show, and we had a system, and I put stickers on these cards, and it was good to remind me to write them down. Dude, halfway through, I was like, holy shit, I probably have 2/3 of my eBay cards gone. And dude, it took me like 3 hours. We sat there and went one by one, dude.
So I messed up too like that. Like I intermingled like cards that weren't on eBay and then some cards that were listed on eBay. And like I've had to give refunds on like 2 orders within the last like 2 weeks. I mean, luckily they weren't like big cards or anything like that. Like, I mean, there was a Jordan Alvarez launched into orbit Topps Chrome. I think.
What you sell that for?
Die cut. I think I sold it for like $6 or $7 or something.
Nice.
Like that.
That's a good deal.
And so
cosmic, baby.
No. I sold it at the card show for that price, but like I had it listed on eBay and I sold it, and it was a dude in Sugar Land, and so I printed out the packing slip and then I printed out the label, and I just sent him 2 other Jordan cards I had, and then gave him a refund because it was just like,
oh, that's dope. That's
like,
nice.
It was like 64 cents. I mean, that's the thing. Like some of these lower end cards, like, I mean, it's $1. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is.
Dollars
like,
add up.
They add up, but you know what I'm saying? Like hopefully that dude in the future, like if he'll remember that and he'll want to come back and
oh, it is, dude.
Purchase. And so I think that it's one by one, kind of building those relationships, kind of one person at a time, one customer at a time, and so it's, I don't know, it's business. It's just like anything else. But like I don't want, like we talk a lot about flipping and like selling and stuff like that because that's kind of like what goes on these days in the hobby. But like I like to collect cards. Like,
right, you ain't the only one.
I mean, I actually, I was talking to you this about the other day. Like I started to think about the cards that I really like and like it's like hip hop music cards, and then I don't know, I bought some wrestling cards the other day. I bought, I think, 11 silver prisms of
the, you're talking about the UFC new ones. They just had a release, dude. They're somebody pulled a 1-of-1. Oh boy, what's his name? The one with the hair, O'Malley. 1-of-1. It's like 10K, Brent.
Yeah, it's the UFC's growing. The UFC card market is growing too. I mean, that's getting more and more popular. But the WWE stuff, it took me back to when we were kids, dude. Like,
so you got like the Sergeant Slaughter ones and stuff like that?
No. I'm talking about like when we were in high school, kind of like when we were still.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm talking about
the Raw age,
the Stone Cold, the Rock era, and so I got Stone Cold, I got the Rock, I got the Ultimate Warrior, which is a little bit older, but like Macho Man, Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash,
NWO, or like the actual Diesel one.
No, Kevin Nash. Yeah, just it may have been the NWO one. I don't remember exactly which one it was.
He was Kevin Nash always, but he ran off Diesel. Remember, he wore like chaps.
Yep.
And you need to get my boy Hacksaw, bro.
Oh, Hacksaw Jim Duggar.
Oh, bro, we were retarded, but that dude was in there. You gotta have a Sting, I feel, If I'm being honest,
Oh,
right?
you see that? Here's the thing: they have a whole Legends set from the 2023 Prism, and I think that's the set that I want to actually build. Is that set of all the Legends that they have in the silver Prisms? I don't know. Those are. I know. I saw the one the rock card is freaking cool looking. Like he's like, oh, like
Man,
standing up like that.
you're garbage kill kids, bro. You talked about the other day. I went in looking, and then I started making some low bids on some things, and I pulled that damn Adley. Dude, the Corbin Carroll is nasty.
Yeah.
They got a Nolan Ryan that looks good. I got to get Amber the Mike Trout. He's like fishing.
Mm-hmm.
They're badass, dude. And they have the different names and stuff.
Yeah.
And they got a Cal Ripken one, and I'm not sure. I'm sure probably Gunnar has one, but
I think it's a 60 card set, and there's 30 players, and so each player has 2 cards.
oh, okay.
And so like it's I don't know, that's gonna be a cool one. Like
Are you gonna open yours?
I want to so bad.
Open.
I know
How many
Jason.
did you end up with?
I know I bought 2 of them. Just
Bro,
to,
open one.
I should have bought like 6 of them now that I think of it, because they're selling right now between like $100 and $150 like on eBay right now, and they're $50. They're $50 a box. But I started looking at some of the sold prices of some of these cards already, and like a lot of them are $5 cards.
Base is $5. Base is $5 for 75. You're looking $15. You can get the one off.
You seen the King Griffey one is really cool.
I haven't seen it. Like I said, I literally you send me down these tunnels, Brent. Like y'all were pushing Whatnot on me, and now I know so much, and we're gonna end up having one. But like, I don't know, dude. I like them. It's a different. Those are the ones that pique my interest, right? I have the what's her name from The Incredibles that looks like my mom, Edna.
Oh yeah.
I went on Edna. I'm trying to get all of them. I need the one with the Mickey Mouse ears left, and the 101 I'm not gonna have. I'm not trying that, but I like that one.
That's for the Topps Chrome 100.
Yes, dude. That's another line.
The Disney Topps Chrome 100 is what.
Yes, dude. They're fuck. Remember
really
I told
cool.
you, me and Chandler, good hit, girl. I felt like it was just me and Chandler and a bunch of moms in there, man, with a break. It was some pretty cool breaks, man. But dude, that's a small hit market. I think like 2,500 cases, maybe 1,000. It's just that market, dude. Look at Bob Ross. Have you looked up what Bob Ross goes for right now? Like case, there's only a few of them. I think that maybe 3. They're $875, Brent.
Man,
for a freaking 8 packs of cards, you're literally paying $100 a card now, or $100 a pack.
It's
wow. You can't. There's no avenue. You cannot recapture that. You can't come ahead of buying one like you could, or you just buy one and sit on one, right? That's the only other option. Well, I messed up with the rips. Did you know those one cards that have like the rip?
Yeah.
I had got the email like 2 or 3 days before. I put 3 in my basket, forgot about it, and now I want some so damn bad, dude. They're pulling some crazy autos and stuff out of those.
Man,
have you seen them? They come in like a red box.
Yeah, the Bob Ross though, like that was like one of my favorite sets that came out last year. Like that, it's the paintings that are in the backgrounds on the cards. Like it's just some of those cards are so cool. Like and so like that was, and the Topps Chrome Disney 100. That was another one that I was like, dude, this is really really cool.
Yeah, I stumbled across it one morning, and it was like freaking 7, and I can't go back to sleep on a Saturday. And I run across a UK lady. Do you know how much they charged me to ship that crap across? $12 shipping.
Yeah,
that's wild, and it took forever, but it was a good run. I know my cousin's moving into those Star Wars ones now. You have your boy, what is it, Aoki, buying $100,000 cards and stuff.
Yeah.
Have you seen these?
Yeah.
That dude,
like I'm gonna buy some Star Wars, some of the Topps Chrome Star Wars. Max is asking me now. He's like, "Can you give me some Star Wars cards?"
That's
like,
dope.
Yes. Yes. He's like, I want Darth Vader. He's kind of have a dark side to him, and so
like, for sure. Cam's drawn to Kylo, or was it what is his name?
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
Darth Maul. Stormtroopers and Vader are his favorite. And then I don't know, dude. It's something about that black with the red. I don't blame him.
Yeah, no, but I was like, yes. He's asked me 2 days in a row now, so now I know I need to go order some.
How's his soccer doing? I know we're off topic, but how'd that end up going?
He scored
100 goals this season. It seemed like he was averaging for like 3, huh?
They took like 4 weeks off basically because of like the rain and because of Easter
holidays,
and stuff like that, and so.
So they
He didn't.
stretched you. That's wild.
Yeah, they stretched us out, but I mean, we only have like one practice a week, and
That's how ours
it's
was.
really like voluntary almost. Like you don't necessarily have to go because they do like a training in the mornings. But he's been a little stud out there for us, and so like he actually will break you down and take the ball from you, and so like
And he
that's
had he got away from him from that little video you sent us that him
he's
breaking.
he got that Walker defense too, you know. That we
That's
just
Cam, bro. First year, dude, he was not into it. And then one time he sees someone do a slide tackle. Homie was slide tackling everybody. Our team, their team, he had it down, bro. But
It didn't matter.
don't break around my man. He taking you out.
It don't matter what team you're on, you're going down.
Bro, there was a game when we had our Kevin. Everybody has a Kevin, that stud that you feed. Kevin's all alone. And I haven't seen my man run this kind of an angle ever. He fucking pursuit angled, got the ball, bro. We missed the goal, bro. I was like, holy shit, this is my son. He thinks he's under tackling, bro. But yeah, he finally got a couple goals, but we're not averaging like Max.
Yeah. Well, he had an off game though. He was he had stayed up late the night before, and he had come down with like a pretty bad cough at the end of last week, and so like I know. And so he wasn't at his tip top shape, but like we're hoping this week we have practice tomorrow. And so we missed practice the week before because that's what I was saying, because he was sick. And so I know some other kids scored on our team, so that was cool.
Someone else got a shine, but nah. Well, man, Brent, I think we cut it here. I enjoyed talking to you and learning who you were. And I think you're going to see more of us. I think, like you said, you kind of hinted at it, but you're going to see more Htown Card Exchange with, sweet cards, dude, and it should be unanimous, right? So I feel like 1-1. What is it? But yeah, I can't think.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I just want to plug one thing. I know that we have we did our first show, the Conroe show, and we're on the docket for another show already, the Htown Card Show on the south side of Houston, kind of near our old stomping grounds.
That was the ones we would go to, Brent. At Hobby,
the Marriott. Yep. But so we will be there, set up and rocking and rolling. So just put that on the calendars to come out and have a good time. That's a really cool show too. The room they have there is gets packed in there, and so it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of cool to see that much kind of chaos going on, especially for card shows. It shows that the hobby is alive.
Is it I'm asking because I haven't made it to one, but is it a rush? Because like that 9 o'clock rush at the last one was crazy. Saturday 9 a.m. to 10:30 was wild.
Yeah, the one at the rush I missed. Yeah,
do you see? No, that my fault.
No, it's the total truth, because that next morning I sold more cards that next morning than I in like the first 15 minutes than I did that whole Saturday, because I missed those guys coming in trying to get into your value boxes and grab all the good stuff out.
Oh, you had that hustle. They tore you up. You were that was. I think we're gonna take some ideas from you on that one, bro. You can like, because you think about it, like these. Even I just put every card at $1. Like I don't, even if you wanted to buy it, I will make you a deal or whatever. If you grab a stack, I'll make you a deal. But every card, like, I don't know, the penny sleeve, the top loader that goes into that, like, and then. Do you think we should get away from the top loader? If you're gonna put it in that box, I think we put penny sleeve and let it go.
So I like the top loader. I like doing that, and because the cards that I had in that box, like the cards that I had marked at $1, like you could actually sell those for like $2 or $3. But
how much is the cost of the what's the cost?
30 or 40 cents probably all in. I think whenever.
Where are you buying them these days? Because I'm going through so many so fast.
I've been getting them off of Amazon still.
Yeah, same here for like $20, $30.
Yeah, but I think you can get I think the top loaders you can get 200 for like $28 of the
Pro line or Pro Sim. What is it?
Ultra Pro.
Yeah. So you're buying name brand.
Yeah, I haven't. I mean, I tried some BCW out, and I really liked it. I liked their penny sleeves, but I ended up
tighter.
Yeah, they're a little bit tighter.
I like the tighter. That's I think preference, right? We're learning things. Mm-hmm. I like the tighter penny sleeve, just so there's a little more give and sliding it into
the top loader. Yeah, but no, that's I don't know. I actually need to buy some more team bags, and I need to buy some more top loaders, just because I still have so many cards that I haven't processed yet that I've just bought, And a lot of the cards, I'm like, I don't even know if I want to put this on eBay because I just could take this and I could sell this at a show probably. And
The
even
time wasted, and then you put the price you really want, and then you're going to negotiate it down because you're still going to be up because you don't got to pay the fees. I know it's counterproductive for them. You don't want to tell them because eBay's tricky, dude. That they want to know why you're bringing that shit down. You ever notice that?
yeah, why are you dropping your price? Yep. But I don't know, the offers and stuff like that. That's a pretty cool thing where you can send offers to your watchers and stuff like that. I've gotten a lot of sales that way.
Let me ask you that. So what is that? Is that someone that's looked at yours,
Yeah.
or is that someone that's hearted it?
So it's both. I think if someone has like watched it,
Yeah,
or has viewed it, it gives you the ability to like send them an offer, and you could like, I had like, I don't know, there'd be like 10 or 12 cards that says these are, you can send offers.
yeah,
for.
every day. It's just someone drilled down on your card, huh?
Yep. And so sometimes you can at least get a negotiation started because they see that you're,
man. Sometimes they want to screw you. They'll throw straight up. Oh, this guy sent me an offer. Let me get it for free.
yeah, there's some fun stories with that. Like, I mean, there's sometimes I understand the idea of if they make an offer and it's within reason, get that money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
what
like sometimes
60%, or where's your threshold?
I don't even know really. I mean, I just, again, I'm not,
It's a piece of wood paper, and if someone's going to pay you an amount,
yeah.
at the end of the day, that's how I feel. I told you,
but it's still like sometimes like I know that I'm like the second or sometimes either the lowest or like within like the first like few.
We're competitively priced. You can't argue with that.
Someone's still coming along and being like, hey,
I don't play with it.
Here's a $17 car. Can you sell it to me for $2? And I'm like,
they hustled us with those kids the other day. I probably gave away $50 in cards just
for the straight up challenges,
bro. When he bringing me bottle caps and a piece of gum, and can you do anything with this? And I was like, you just keep it in here. Take this card, bro.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you having me on my own show today. So
this is the new norm, Brent. Just let it be known. It starts now.
All right.
Sweet Cards do it every week.
Every week. But yeah, definitely if you haven't liked and subscribed to Htown Card Exchange or Sweet Cards, and this is your first time kind of checking us out, thank you for taking the time to actually listen or watch, depending on how you're kind of consuming this. And so we appreciate every single one of you. I know that my man B right here, he has what was it? When you get to 700 followers, you're going to give away another.
Yeah. How did yours go? Let's get off topic for a second. How did yours go? You gave away
I haven't even given an update on that. Thanks for bringing me that back in on that. But so I let the giveaway like entry run for about 5 days, and so and this was my first time doing a giveaway, and dude, it was crazy. Like I ended up with 190 entries or 180.
Did you gain followers,
dude. Yes. I mean, I got some followers from it. Yeah. Like, I mean, I went over 1,000 from.
Hey, look at that round of applause, Brent.
Oh, thanks. But,
that's dope. That's a big number for us, man. We're starting. You look at people that are really big in this, and they have 400 followers, Brent. So we're touching numbers. We're gonna hopefully keep growing and going that way. But
yeah,
congrats on that.
But the giveaway though, it went really well. Like I think it was close to almost 300 comments on the post. 200 and I don't know, 40 or 260 likes, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And then I want to say, if I go back and look at the kind of the analytics on it, that I probably gained 150 to 200 followers probably just from that giveaway. It was crazy. My phone was going off. Like,
that's huge.
No, it really is. And like I have some like people that they've started to interact more, like on the post and stuff like that. As before, I was just sharing a lot, and so. I don't know. I guess the one takeaway I'll say is just stick with us, people. You know what I mean? Like this dude right here, this dude is one of the most funniest people I've ever met. And so like, just take the ride with us. And we may have some content that's not necessarily sports card focused all of the time, but I mean, we're just normal dudes, normal people from Texas, from Houston. And so if you're from Texas, we always got a soft spot for our Texas people that are in the hobby and stuff like that. So be sure to give us a follow. But this is your show tonight, Brandon. So you take us out.
Man, I just want to thank y'all for taking the time. You know what I'm saying? Brent knocked everything out, man. Pretty much what I need to say. Just give us a chance, man. We're ready. You know what I'm saying? We'll have some guys on that are guys and girls. Let me rephrase that are in the industry. We kind of started, you know what I'm saying, getting our way out, and we're ready, man, just to help. Any way I can help Brent in any way. Hope just let me know, man.
Yeah, absolutely. But this is Sweet Cards, dude. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Take it easy.